Day 2 of the match play, live from Blackpool. Brendan Dolan doing a job on Vincent van der Voort. Scrappy but strangely enthralling. 9 180s in all. 88.523 average for Dolan. 27% on the doubles, but it was enough against an out-of-sorts Vincent van der Voort, who did get 8 to a 9 darter. 10-6 the final scoreline. Up next, the raging bull T.Jenkins against Suljovic. Gary Anderson, chasing the Triple Crown, takes on former world champion Steve Beaton and a former champion here, James Wade, the 6th seed against Aussie Kyle Anderson. Let's get our next players onto the Hockey RMC's John McDonald.
Thank you, welcome back to the action. You've joined us live on Sky Sports from the Winter Gardens, Blackpool. Welcome back to the action of the Bet Victor World Match Play, all brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. Time now to meet our players. Time to meet the gentle Mensa Suljovic. Are you ready to play? Life is life. Yes, let's let loose the raging bull with
You never get bored of that walk-on, do you?
Terry's just likeable. He's a lovely fella, and he's such a try, such a good player. And tell you what, on his day, he's dealt with the very best, hasn't he? He's 9 finals he's reached now without winning one, and his time passing him by. I'm not sure, because I'll tell you what, he's still so capable. I'd love to see him win one, I really would.
Interestingly enough, he was the last man to beat Phil Taylor on this stage. 2007, the semi-final.
I know, and time flies, and he's had his moments since then as well. The thing is with Terry, the longer the format, to me, it kind of suits him. Even though he's getting older, he's got this ability where he practices for a real long time, and he'll be ready for this. The only thing that sometimes goes against Terry is that he can get hot, and it's quite warm in here this evening.
Suljovic has had his moments on the big stage as well.
He has. He's beat James Wade in the World Championships. Mensah, even though he's 43, he's only been around the last kind of 7 or 8 years. But what I like about these two, they're 100% tryers. Whatever the result is from either, whatever legs they win, that will be the very best they can do on tonight. And good luck to the pair of them. I think Terry wins, I must admit.
John Parr and Rod Studio commentators.
Thanks, Dave. Yeah, the ever popular T.Jenkins against the idiosyncratic Mensa Suljovic, like a dart-throwing stork on one leg.
95.
Reminiscent of the old one dart. Peter Manley, who's here watching tonight as the non-standing leg goes up and down like a metronome. T.Jenkins, as Dave was saying and Wayne was saying, the final in 07 when he beat Phil Taylor, and in 09 when he lost to Phil Taylor in the final. I think everyone would like to see Terry win a tournament, but has he got a major in him still, John, at the age of 51, do you think?
54.
The Raging Bull?
Well, it's looked like he could have done many, but he really just tends not to turn up when he gets to the finals. Whether it's him not performing or someone else just being Superman of sorts, then yeah. But listen, he's a really, really good player and one of the best we've had. So he's got the talent, just needs the right day.
34.
He's still ranked world number 14.
39.
And has been far higher up in the top 5 and Was a Premier League regular back in the day.
100.
But if he doesn't play well tonight, he'll get beaten by Suljovic. As Wayne was saying, Mensah took James Wade out of the World Championship. That's what he can do. One of the big hitters is just off the mark.
85. Mensah require 118.
Quite doable, this. It's treble 20. He's not going to be too concerned about finishing it, though. Treble 18.
41.
Doesn't want to get too far off the mark, though, because Terry could get down very quickly. Maybe not in this leg, though.
Well, that's an awful start by Terry Jenkins. I mean, let's be honest about it.
77.
He's hit more 1s and 5s than he has 20s. That's 18 of them. Well, 59 left. 59, yeah, 59 left. Well, I think he's got confused from the word go, because what was he aiming at? If he was going for... Yeah, I don't know what he was doing there. If he'd hit the treble 13...
37.
He'd have left 38. That doesn't make any... I just think he's got completely confused there, John, isn't he?
Well, it's a better confused than Terry seems to be. He's just confused what's going on at all.
Yeah.
44. Mensah require 40.
Normal service to be resumed. A regulation double top for Mensah Suljovic, with Terry Jenkins still miles away.
18 darts and not on a finish.
20.
Not on a 3-dart finish. Forget a double.
A first leg that is as long as Blackpool Pier.
80. Mensah, you require 20.
And in 22 darts, Mensah Suljovic bids a fond farewell to leg 1.
Game on.
What a strange opening leg, John.
100.
Well, you know, in our first match, we almost saw a 9-dart leg to open.
Indeed.
Just on the wire. So, it just shows every match is different.
Yes, John alluding to Vincent van der Voort's lightning start, 180, 180. And then the 141 attempt culminated
58.
by wiring double 12 for a 9-dart leg. Van der Voort still lost, though, to Brendan Dolan.
So maybe Terry's start is more effective.
45.
I always tried to remember when I'm playing and tell other people you're allowed to lose so many
95.
legs. Just a certain number you're not allowed to lose. So no matter how horrible they may be, it doesn't really matter. You're allowed that. It's the little working room you get. So it's nothing to be concerned about. You just shelve it and get on with the game.
Good mentality, John. One that stood you in great stead.
100.
Suljovic ranked 31 in the world. His previous World Match Play appearance ended in a first-round defeat to Raymond van Barneveld. So hasn't got the Match Play pedigree of Jenkins.
$58.
That's better. That's where he wants it.
140.
And he followed it up as well. So first 140 visit of the match from either player.
Well, he can't follow it up though now because he's got to finish 71. So he's going to lose track of where that treble is, unfortunately. He'll be happy though if he gets a double to make up for it. It's treble 13, so 18 should get 1 dart for double top. It wasn't the most perfect of darts, but it was in, and he'll be happy.
Well, a couple of years ago, as Terry Jenkins approached the bullseye in terms of his age, he was saying he was going to pack up when he got to 50. He couldn't give it up, could he? The fans wouldn't allow him to.
100.
Still one of the most popular players on the circuit, and he has been for many years. Really, since adopting the Bull moniker.
$140.
Touche, Terry! He likes the blue touch paper.
Well, now Mensah has to get in that scoring groove as well, or he'll be in danger of getting run over. Trampled by the Bull even.
Come on, it's like a red treble to the Bull.
123.
Well, it's an ordinary opening for Terry Jenkins. He's now a couple of darts away from going 2-1 up with a break of throw.
58.
Leaves tops.
Good first start. Probably doesn't matter though. Terry's starting to look like the real player he is. Lots of space. Corrects perfectly. And the look of confusion he had worn for the entirety of the first leg is gone.
134.
Yeah, dazed and confused. Brilliant. Brilliant darts from Mensah Suljovic. We often talk, don't we, about the poetic throwing of Adrian Lewis and Gary Anderson, the silky smooth Steve Beaton and Raymond van Barneveld. Suljovic is the opposite, but he can be just effective.
And he's deceptive because he's got the quirky style, and it's hard sometimes to feel threatened playing him, yet the darts keep going in. And you must pay attention at all times to Suljovic, because he has that capability to sneak up on you and start taking leg after leg.
I enjoy watching him.
He doesn't have a style you'd want to like try and teach your kids from, though. It's sort of so herky-jerky. It's not really a good style, you'd have to say.
Herky-jerky, indeed. That is the technical term, John. That's what it is. It's not textbook, is it? If you gave, as you said, if you gave a child a dart, you wouldn't say throw like Mensah, but each to their own.
You'd hide all the videos and get them out of the house, just in case.
Great dart, leaves Bull. Oh, Mensah! It's magic!
As you can't argue with the results at times, and he's starting to really find his zone, his focus.
Game on.
Fabulous finish.
He's tenacious, as is Terry. Wayne mentioned that in the Open, and it is quite true of these two, that they battle. They do not give in, and they both love winning.
Well, we saw Mensah Suljovic at the recent World 64. Cup in Germany, where he formed a very useful partnership with young Roby John Rodriguez.
$140.
Still to come tonight, the world champ starts his bid to complete the triple crown of World Championship, Premier League title and the match play. Gary Anderson against the evergreen Steve Beaton. It's Anderson night at the match play, because then the Australian Kyle Anderson takes on the former match play champ James Wade.
140.
Wade with this phenomenal record at the match play. Nobody has got a better record than Wade apart from Phil Taylor.
45.
Wade, winner of the event in 2007 and a finalist on 4 other occasions.
It's a great opportunity for Terry to get a break and
62.
be ahead at the break. Quite easily, even against the row. Another off leg. I spoke too soon in ascribing the term focus
65.
to his game.
Teddy require 40.
Double 10 then. Double 5.
30.
Had Suljovic been a few more points further back and out of range, Jenkins may well have busted that and gone back to tops, but couldn't afford to take that risk with Suljovic on 167.
60.
Now he may be musing that it might have been worth the risk. He might be now. Ooh, well, almost left double 1, but leaves double 2, and now he's in a mess.
Yeah, I think he went for that treble 1 actually. Not sure why. It's too close to be accidental. Well, this is a real chance to steal the leg that he should have been much better in. Double 14 is his favorite double actually. If he could pick one every time, that's the one he likes. Not this time.
But this time for Terry Jenkins, a scrappy session, but it matters not to the Raging Bull. The former runner-up at the Winter Gardens has gone off to a start which sees him lead by 3 legs to 2 against the Austrian Suljovic. Now we're watching Terry Jenkins in an early advantage over Suljovic, 3-2 to the Bull. World champ is in town to play Steve Beaton. And then the former match play winner James Wade will play Kyle Anderson. Hoping to make it a good day at the darts for the Australians. It's a wonderful place, the Winter Gardens. Shoehorned in they are, enthralled by the action. Terry Jenkins leads 3-2. What will happen in this second stanza of the match?
Well, hopefully for Terry, he's going to get going a little quicker than he did in the first, because I think he's fairly lucky that he was let off to the extent he was to be up 3-2 now. He really was quite ordinary in the early stages.
Well, the Bull did not get out of the gate quick, did he? He kind of meandered round the field.
100.
Looked at the open gate and thought, no, I'll just chew a bit of grass. Then he finally got going with a maximum to lead 3-2. Suljovic had a 1-2-8 checkout in that first 5-leg segment. Under pitching, over pitching.
60.
And Jenkins here with a handy advantage to put a 2-leg gap between the players for the first time. Yes, Terry, lovely. And when he throws like that, he's a joy to watch.
Well, Menzer needs to find some kind of performance increase, and quickly. As Terry is just in a different class
26.
as of now. He's playing how you would expect Terry Jenkins to play. Tops now. Double 10.
27.
He's got a 315-point cushion. Well, 295, sorry. be technical.
It's 20 points between friends, John. It's not going to matter, is it?
45, Terry Required 20.
Take your time, Terry leg. Well, yeah, he won't want to get in a mess here, would he? That's good.
Well, no, it's difficult sometimes when you're not playing at your best. You're really not playing well at all. And you're trying to get your focus. You're starting to get there. And then you're just that far ahead because the other player's struggling. And then you kind of lose your focus again because there's no need. A lot of the time you must have the need to gain the true focus.
41.
Something like along the lines of loss aversion, I think you were describing to me earlier.
Not enough time for that, John, during the match. Wayne and I will educate you later. Two-leg lead. Suljovic has slowed the game down to an utter crawl. If he goes any slower, he'll literally seize up. Yes. That familiar dabbing of the dart, like a
100
man trying to take fingerprints as before he throws.
Oh yeah, dipping the pen in the inkwell.
Yes.
The old quill.
$41.
Well, Suljovic second 140 of the match. He's had a maximum as well. But this would be Jenkins' third 180.
And just a great time for it against throw. Would love to get another break and keep the run alive. He pretty much needed that maximum to keep the prospect of that alive. Still, Metzer is going to have to miss at some point for Terry to get that chance. A good score there, down to 85.
Well, 160 left.
60.
And he really, although the line was awkward, was forced into staying there looking for the treble to leave a two darts or 100. 35 left, pick your double. Mensah. Could be 7 double 14, it wouldn't surprise, but 3 double 16.
69. Terry require 140.
Well, 2 double tops is on. Or will he stay there? He does, yeah, for double 10.
And perfection there. Yeah, we were all thinking 2 double tops, but that first start was so inviting for a second in the treble 20. It almost made the double 10 like automatic in his mind. That was just a perfect finish. He made it easy for himself, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Just, that first start just opened up the whole turn.
And it's got the crowd going. They're backing the bull. The 180 in that leg and the 140 check out.
And you know, so painful for Suljovic. Just catastrophic even.
Yeah, missed one dart at double 16, which would have closed the gap to 4-3. Jenkins went out.
60.
3-leg lead, got the darts here. The game could start to run away from the Austrian.
Well, as promised, he's battling. Doesn't matter what you've done before, you do your best with what you got left.
100.
Terry Jenkins' 12th appearance at the World Matchplay of the current field. Only Phil Taylor and Steve Beaton have appeared at the Winter Gardens more than the Bull. Yeah.
140.
Good darts.
Mention your call, 157.
Well, just scrapes in the last one to give himself a good chance if Jenkins misses 101, but he's to 140. Still alive, treble 20. Ooh, almost adjusted.
41. Mention your call, 57.
So to close the gap, stop a 3-leg winning streak from Jenkins. And that's what he's done.
Shot on the 8th leg. Suljovic. 9th leg is Mensa to throw first. Game on.
Calls for some support. Gets a polite ripple of applause.
Well, gesticulating furiously. I don't know, most people are happy when they hit a double. I guess it's the frustration of the missed opportunities earlier, and probably, I wouldn't even say the finishing has been a problem. His scoring has been inconsistent. Terry's sort of bullied him, if you will, and 140 out though. That is the real turning point so far.
Well, it could be a big difference maker, couldn't it? The likelihood is, if he hadn't taken it out, he'd lost the leg, and it probably now at this stage would be 4 apiece.
100.
He's just not happy. Oh.
Well, he's making an art form out of furious gesticulation, John, isn't he?
95.
With Michael van Gerwen's facial contortions and Mensa's furious gesticulations, you'd have some player.
140.
Tell you what, looking likely for 5-4 here, John. 5-2 a couple of minutes ago.
81. Mensa require 85.
He's gone for the bull again to start. Just wants to get the one good dart at double. Tops
45.
Doesn't go in this time, but he'll be back.
There's a figure of frustration, Mensa Suljovic.
97. Mensa require 40.
Here we go again, top of the shop, to close within 1. And he comes inside again. He hasn't. The problems could have started, but he's got the job done. He's won 2 legs on the trot. Only 1 in it.
And with all of Suljovic's body language and sort of negativity, you wonder if Jenkins is getting the wrong signals. He probably feels like he's winning. 7-2 rather than 5-4.
Well, you need some interpreter to understand Mensa's body language.
145.
Why, John, you're a learned man. Why would you go for the bull there on 281 with your last dart?
He doesn't need to do it next turn. No, well, if you're at 261, then you know you're just taking it off at some point to get the extra little bit, so you don't have to face a bull finish in the end.
Okay. Thanks, John.
That's presuming you hit tons of 1040s from that point, yes, which he is doing. So far.
Oh, yeah, okay, fair enough. Call me naive, but I would have gone for treble 19 or a big treble anyway. He's left 119, Jenkins on 185, so Mensa's going to have a pop to level up this match.
90. Mensa the par 119.
Should be 19s first. So treble 20 for tops, and We have a level game if he hits the tops.
99. Setting a required 95.
We need some UN personnel to figure that stuff out.
Tops for Terry.
75.
Almost landed in the same hole.
Required 20.
Well, Mensor's flailing his arms around there. Match referee Paul Hinks almost needs a crash helmet. Right, double 10 to level it up. Extraordinary game, extraordinary scenes. You'd fancy this. Yes, and Suljovic has levelled up the match. At one point, he was 5-2 adrift, but he's just run 3 legs straight to go into the break with the match level, 5 apiece. What will happen next? Come back to find out. Against the Adonis, Steve Beaton. Looking forward to watching that. And James Wade against Kyle Anderson is last on a very tasty tungsten menu this evening. Be a good game, that. Not an easy match for the former Matchplay champ James Wade. So levels, you devils, here in this match, 5 apiece, race to 10. Jenkins still favourite.
Yeah, well, Jenkins, he had that 140 out and he kind of went to sleep afterwards, and one would suspect he's going to have another good little patch and string together a few legs. Certainly needs to, or it will get away from him.
Jenkins still a 1-2 favourite to get the job done, and it would book a darting date with either Gary Anderson or the Adonis in the second round.
85.
They play next, as we've just mentioned. Gary Anderson, a very ordinary match play record. Last year when he got to the semi was the first time he'd ever got beyond the last 16 here at the Winter Gardens.
Well, yeah, I think it was quite a good year for him, though. He played very well last year.
Johnny played superbly in that semi-final, didn't he, against Phil Taylor? He lost 17-15 to the power, but what a match. The highest quality, it could have gone either way.
And he had a difficult draw, if I remember correctly, and just to get there. He has a difficult draw this year, and I don't think it'll phase him any. And definitely Steve Beaton's a danger. You can't just disregard him as he's not right at the top of the game anymore. He's fully capable of, on his night, causing some troubles for anybody.
140.
Last year Anderson beat Caven, Bunting, Adrian Lewis, and then lost to Phil Taylor.
100. Turning your car 142.
Well, decent setup from Mensah to leave a 2-darter. The ball slips into the single one. And Suljovic's position has got better. Went for the ball, missed the ball.
56.
Well, Suljovic has not led in this darts match since winning the first leg. Well, interesting strategy. Leaves double 12.
Yeah, that's not such a big problem. A lot of people like double 12.
Might not like it now, though, John. Oh, that was double 6. Well, as you say, there were worse misses than hitting the double 16. Obviously, it could have slipped into 7 or something, but in the end, he got there, didn't he? And it's just consigned to the record books. There's no pictures in the scorebook. And he does lead for the first time since he had that 1-0 advantage.
I didn't even know there was a scorebook.
score sheet, John. You're a pedant.
130.
Dear me.
81.
Really just struggling to get those sort of average scoring turns at the moment, Jenkins is. And Mensah flowing.
140.
Well, it's been a strange game because Terry Jenkins had that little run from 1-1 to eventually go 5-2 in front. He had a 140 out, didn't he? Had a couple of maximums in that spurt of form.
Yeah, he looked like he had it figured out.
He did.
And then he hit the big 140 to steal the leg on the throw from Mensah, and then he's just kind of went AWOL.
Just feel that if anybody can string
140.
10 minutes of form together, they'll win the match. Run off, say, 3 legs, and that could do the job. And maybe this is the little spurt from Suljovic, because he's come back here, won the opening leg of this session to go 6-5, should make it 7-5. Again, not a catastrophic miss. Yeah.
75. Turning across 145.
Double 8 when he comes back.
And these are the sorts of chances Jenkins has been getting lately. He needs 2 treble to double outs, and that's because his scoring has failed him.
121. Mensah across 16.
Double 8 to go 2 up for the first time in the game. Oh, and all of them outside. Abject disappointment for the Austrian, and Jenkins to pounce and level. Well, double 6, we've just seen Suljovic hit it in the last leg. Well, it is a strange game because the first attempt at double 6, it could scarcely have been further away by a professional darts player's standards, and then the adjustment was brilliant.
Yeah, I think that was just a total, recalibrate there. There was no adjusting involved.
Wow. Is this the purple patch for Terry Jenkins?
Well, the door was opened.
125.
Oh, he should have been down 7-5. Now it's 6-6. And he's threatening to break.
Just needs 5 minutes of form.
100.
180 ton. Could so easily have been 7-5, as John says. Suljovic fired 3 times at double 8 and missed on every occasion outside. Jenkins went out double 6, last dart in hand. He'd fancy it. He's got it. 5th of the match, in and amongst some of the scrap metal. There's been some golden darts from Terry Jenkins.
100.
A couple 180s in the leg always helped. 1 for double top to take the lead and break. Double 10. Don't give a chance back, Terry.
31.
And in many ways, the dart at single 1 said a lot about the way Terry Jenkins is throwing. It was so close to double 1. It's going to be back anyway.
100.
He likes double top. He fancies to go straight here at double 5. Now he's got to split it anyway. Oh my.
Well, that was a strange dart. And earlier he had 5 left, and he almost hit the treble 1 on the wire, didn't he? And it sort of pulled it the same way there, but more extremely.
Well, Mensah Suljovic would not like to take that double 8 home with him.
Reminiscent of Jenkins' double 6 first effort.
Also
reminiscent of Terry's second dart at double 6. The double 8 is in.
This is one of the most bizarre games I've ever witnessed at the World Matchplay.
100.
Jenkins has been on top in patches. Suljovic a couple of legs ago looked like he was getting a grip on the game. Well, it's...
So, would you say it deserves to go all the way? It looks like it could, because they're fighting to win or not to win at times, it seems.
Well, sometimes we see darts matches when neither player deserves to lose. We'll be looking at this and thinking neither player deserves to win. But one of them will win. That's all that matters.
Well, that's a little bit on the harsh side there, but it does feel like it at times. You get frustrated if as you go back and forth and a guy starts playing well and you say, okay, we'll just convert now the rest of it, and then they fail to do so.
100.
Leg adrift again here, Terry Jenkins at 6-7.
He likes to take the 18s off, so now treble 20 would leave 170 for the next turn.
Yeah.
132.
When a plan comes together.
Well, good recovery, but so many 5s and 1s with Terry Jenkins tonight. Another unlucky, good effort.
Yeah, that could have been monumental.
Terry requires 76.
Still 76. You would expect them to give a good effort at double 8.
60.
Flailing.
Manson, you require 70.
There's no conviction, is there? There's no confidence, which is really rare to see it in that Terry Jenkins. He's a very positive, aggressive thrower, but tonight just doesn't look convinced he's ever going to hit. Well, treble 10 or treble 18 normally,
or treble 14.
Well,
double 14,
yes.
Right? I've seen him do that.
Tops it is. Oh, well, that is a clean, clinical finish. Little doubt in Mensah's mind. 8-6, and that's the first time he's been 2 in front in the match, and it's a good time to have taken a 2-leg advantage. Now, a couple of holds will get Mensah through.
$60. 100.
Terry's joining the fray of the gesticulation. Only a ton, and it looks, the angst is so evident.
Angst indeed.
95.
Well, it's so frustrating for Jenkins because, as I said, in and amongst, he's thrown some decent darts, but some really ordinary stuff as well. When he's missed the treble 20, he hasn't been around it, has he? Around that treble bed, he's been sliding off into 5 single 1s. That's kept his scoring average down.
95.
His doubling has been unconvincing as well. 6 of 23 for the Bull.
$100.
Well, he's experienced enough, though, that if he does happen to come back and win, he wouldn't be bothered by this performance the first game. He'd just play the next one as comes.
If Terry Jenkins gets through, it's highly unlikely he'll perform as inconsistently again in the next round against Gary Anderson or Steve Beaton. But he's got to win this from 2 behind yet.
65.
Which is not easy at all.
111.
Looking like he could be down 9-6. 111, certainly doable. It's double 16 for the 111.
79. Terry required 96.
Well, extraordinary antics. That's a bad miss from Terry Jenkins. The first dart caused all the trouble. Just a single 20 would have afforded the opportunity to go for treble in second dart to leave double 8, and in the end he's then gone hunting all over the place, made a hash of it. Will there be more Austrian histrionics after this error?
Good one to slide next to. Well, now he's got to move up for double 8.
Game showing the 15 flag.
So 1 away from the second round.
16 flag is telling his red dress.
Well,
Game on.
Terry Jenkins gives Suljovic an old-fashioned look. as if to say, what on earth are you playing at?
96.
Well, that's it. Terry's down 9-6, but he only needs one break of the next 3 legs, so it's not maybe quite as desperate as it might seem.
No. But the fact is, John, that Terry Jenkins has lost 7 of the last 8 legs. He was 5-2 up when he hit that 140 out shot. Since then, precious little from the bull. Suljovic has somehow kept winning legs.
Oh, well, those sorts of darts right there. Just keeping the heat firmly on Jenkins.
59.
Well, disappointment and losing go hand in hand, John, don't they? But Terry will be so disappointed with the way he's played tonight.
Well, yeah, this could be his last dart thrown here.
100.
He's really got to hope for an opportunity, because Mets are really going for the kill.
Can't go out. So Terry Jenkins breathes again. At 106, when you're 6-9 down, is not a cinch.
106.
Even if he gets to the double, it'll look the size of a razor blade, side on. He's not going to get a stab at it now, and now he's in Suljovic's hands.
Yeah, but Mensah could only get 1 dart for double, so Terry has to focus. Down. Mensah now. I'd be very pleased to know he would have this opportunity, but only gets treble 1. Now it's going to be 25 for Bull for the match. It's got the 25 right alongside the right side of it.
53.
Just got away a little high, a little adrenaline pumping there, perhaps.
2 at tops to stay in the match play. 1 at table 10 to stay in the match play. And he is still in business. And he says to Suljovic, I'm still here as well. Tungsten tightrope walking from Terry Jenkins.
Oh, bull on a tightrope sounds something akin to a bull in a china shop, really. Can't go right.
And probably just as dangerous, John.
100.
1 missed start at bull from Suljovic. Jenkins going out, last dart in hand. Has to break here and then hold. Send us into extra time. Got to win by 2.
Mensah there, he's quite unlucky. The last 2 turns he had scoring, setting up his finish, hit triple 1, first dart just next to the treble he was going for, and that was a bit of luck Terry needed to keep himself alive. And his 180s are doing that for him now.
60.
The 6th 180 that was for Terry.
Oh, and again.
85.
He slips into 5, John. They've hurt him. He did well to nail the treble last dart. Leaves 96. Which he bodged before, didn't he, in the last leg?
Could go for bull here. You know, he likes to get that extra 5 at times. Yes, 56 left.
145.
Great position.
96.
Terry to save it. Needs a double 18 to the double top. It's tops for 2 double finish to stay alive. The bull is still here. The audience loves it. Bull. When you need it most. Well, bull throwing it twice.
Can he complete the act of darting escapology by holding throw and levelling at 9-all? Remember, a race to 10, but you must win by 2 clear legs. Once it gets to 12-all, it'll be a sudden death leg.
100.
Suljovic would have the darts in that. if he goes that far. I suppose in many ways Terry Jenkins would be delighted if it did get that far. The Messi was in at 6'9". Before we get involved in any of those scenarios, Terry Jenkins has got to hold his throw here in the 18th leg. Suljovic, remember, led 9-6. He missed a bullseye for the match in the 16th leg.
97, so you require 164.
Yeah, can't afford much mistake. Needs to go for it as well. Treble 17.
80, so you require 164.
To level up the match and send it into overtime. 12 leaves the ball, and this match is level. Terry Jenkins has run 3 straight legs to level up, having been 9-6 behind, including an audacious double finish and that bullseye you just witnessed. How about that jump pass?
It's pretty cool. Cool under pressure.
Cool as a bull. Or something. 100 to kick off Suljovic. What must he be thinking? Looked as though he had corralled the bull, and he's got loose again.
Well, he just, perhaps to Terry's thinking, over-celebrated that last leg that he did win to get this 9th leg, and as you had mentioned, Terry gave him a bit of a look.
94.
He did.
He's not looked back.
It was like a red rag. What a great start to this leg from Terry Jenkins against the darts. Ton 40, ton 40. Just when he needed it most, his scoring has returned to some tune. Well, just as we're saying that scoring has returned, a slip that leaves him outside finishing range. Suljovic with half a dozen at 167. Gripping match now, John.
Well, yeah. Well, if Terry had to mess up a bit, I guess this was the leg he could afford to. But he could punish that, get in good position now. 135 would be the ideal.
45. Manchester require 107.
Well, 130 is an inviting finish if he gets a go at it.
Oh yeah, yeah. All pros love that in the 120. And you think like, okay, I should hit this. It isn't 50-50, but you feel like that as
you
a pro.
certainly feel you should get a shot at double or bull from 130, don't you?
Correct.
Oh, hello. Maybe academic. Double 14, he's picked again, Monsieur. He missed it last time, he's missed it again. Hockey rage. Jenkins wants 130.
Oh, poor adjustment.
44.
Fortunately for Terry, not crucial. And in fact, with 14 left, double 7, not the simplest of cleanups here.
One of the problems with double 14 is you can get in a pickle. Oh, double 2. Oh, he's got it. He has got it. That could be absolutely crucial. And Suljovic thought he'd won the match. He forgot you've got to win by 2. He's been at the match play once before. Well, I tell you what,
85.
If Terry wasn't impressed with the celebration of the last leg, Suljovic won. He certainly isn't now.
He thought he'd won the match. Well, now he's got to get himself down from that state of nirvana that he thought he was in, back to playing a game of darts. And that may not be all that easy.
No, certainly that can be tricky. You just have that release, the adrenaline, whatever, and just changes your chemistry a bit. That's why you try and keep yourself in check during a match, not to have too big a reaction at times, to keep within yourself, to keep that focus. Seems like, though, he's survived it well enough, and he's threatening to actually win the match in this leg. If he does win the leg, he may double check that he actually has won it, though. He may want it in writing.
100.
Sworn affidavit from referee Paul Hinks.
$45.
Well, Terry Jenkins really should level again now. Got a 50-point cushion.
100.
Tom puts him in 2-dart range.
So you require 76.
It's a double 8. Double 4. If he misses, it's a chance for Suljovic to actually win.
He missed a bull for the match back in the 16th leg. This could end in another bull attempt. It will do if he can hit the treble 19. He can. So bull for the match, part 2.
77. So you require 8.
Double 2.
4. Menzel require 49.
Well, step 1 is to get the single for Metzer. Then the double. And then he's in the second round.
Terry Jenkins indicates he thinks it's all over. It will be if Mensa Suljovic hits double 16. And it is over, and it is victory for Mensa Suljovic. Terry Jenkins, the fans' favourite, is out in the first round at the match play, defeated by 11 legs to 9 by the Austrian. And he now will play the winner of our next match as the Adonis Steve Beaton takes on the world champion Gary Anderson.
It's been a long time coming, and I finally got there.
Here comes Gary!
That Gary Anderson shows you have it all. That was magnificent.
Oh, Gary. What a performance!
That is absolute genius. The quality of a world champion.
It's Anderson. It's Gary Anderson. What a performance. And it's glory, Gary Anderson.